Alright guys, welcome back to the review show. Today we have something very nice to look at. It's the SVD Dragunov made by King Arms. Now, sorry in advance that you can't see the whole gun, because this gun is absolutely massive. It comes in at 130 centimeters. So yeah, this is all we can see right now. So I'll first cover the receiver, the stock, the magazine and all the stuff. And then I'll move the camera up front and we can see the rest of the gun. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright. I'll first tell you some specs about the gun. And like I already mentioned, this gun comes in at 130 centimeters and weighs 3.8 kilos, so it's really a heavy gun. Also the velocity comes in at 450 fps and 1.8 to 2 joules. Now the gun itself is fully constructed out of metal, with an exception for the foregrip and the buttstock. The buttstock is made out of a really hard sort of polymer, and the front grip as well. So yeah, you barely even know this is plastic. Also for this gun is available are wood conversion kits, so if you like the more wood look, the original look, you can just get out this screw and release a pin that's on the front, and you can replace the polymer with the real wood if you would like to. Now let's start by checking out the left side of the gun. On this side there's not really much to see. The only real thing on this side is the rail. This is standard AK rail, so if you have any scope for AK-47s or AK-47Us, etc, those will also fit on the SVD Dragunov, so that's a really nice feature. And as you see, it will reveal your standard AK rail. Now, let's go to the stock of the gun. Like I already mentioned, it's made out of enforced polymer. And also on the left side is not really much to see, only your sling point. I've attached this little piece of paracord because, as you can see, it's a very small sling point. Like this standard AK sling point. Yeah, it doesn't even fit. And on another standard sling point, it also doesn't fit. So that's why I added this little piece of paracord, so I can just attach the sling onto here. And the only other thing that's to see on this side is the other sling point, which is located right here in front of the front grip. As you can see, it's just a little ring to put your other end on the sling point to. Now on the other side of the gun is a little bit more to see. Here you have your mag release, which is in the middle, so it's on both sides. It's your standard mag release of the AK-47, so you just press this little lever, whip the magazine forward, and it comes right off. The magazine is full metal, it's a mid cap and it holds 40 rounds. The only polymer part is the top part of the magazine. Now also on this side is the selector switch. Right now it's on safe, and when you pull it down, it's on semi-auto. The Dragunov has only two types of positions, all the way down, all the way up, safe, and semi-auto. Of course it has no full auto, because it's a Dragunov. Now also on this side is this little lever. If you pull this lever down, you will be able to remove the upper receiver and get into the spring and into the bolt itself. Now also on this side is the way you can detach your Cheekpad. If you see this, you pull that down and the Cheekpad comes right off. It also is a polymer Cheekpad, but it's a little bit rubberized, so it's nice to your cheek. It's better than the original stock that it's on the gun itself. To get access to the bolt and the spring, simply pull down this lever, just like this, and this way the top receiver comes right off. As you can see, here's your spring, your guiding spring, and the bolt itself. Now to access the Hopup is pretty easy. You charge the charging handle and it will reveal your Hopup. One thing to note, it goes pretty tough, so you have to give it a good amount of force to pull the charging handle back. And there it goes. We can get this a little bit closer. Yeah, as you can see, here's your Hopup. It's a dial style Hopup, so it's pretty easy to access. Also, I believe it's a King Arms Hopup, so it's always pretty decent quality. Now, if you move to the front of the gun, it's fully constructed out of metal, with the exception of the foregrip of course, but the rest is all all built out of metal. Now if you want to remove the foregrips, you have this little lever over here, which is only on the right side of the gun. You press it, and by doing this you can remove the foregrips. Now the next thing we should probably do is check the accuracy and how well it performs. I'll be shooting from 30 feet away with 0.25 gram BBs.
Песню заводила про степного сизого горла, про того, которого любила, про того, чьи письма.
Now, as you could see from the shooting test, I think it performed really well. For a sniper rifle, it's fairly accurate. From 30 feet, I would expect it to be a little more accurate, but yeah, maybe because it isn't sighted in, so maybe that's the reason why. But overall, I think it's fairly decent. Now overall, I think it's a very nice gun, especially the looks. It looks really cool. Just your aesthetic wise, it's very nice to look at. Also, it's an iconic gun. I think if you're an AK lover, you need to have this one also in your collection because it just looks really nice. Now here in Europe, this gun retails for around 330 to 350 euros. So I think for the price point, it's a decent gun. Especially it's very solid. Especially for a gun this long. There's nothing loose on it, nothing wobbly or shaky or anything. So I think they really did a good job at King Arms to make a solid piece out of this. So overall, I think it's worth the price point. So if you like this review, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and I'll see you in the next.